Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. Okay, it's following my face. Tuesday the 27th. Anyways, get another late start here. It is cold in the house. It's only 64 degrees in here, but it feels like it's way colder. But this is the bed we took out of Anna's room. And so today's mission is to get it out of here. I gotta get it out of here. But we took it all apart. She's got a new bed in there. Slowly but surely, she's emptying out her room. She's getting rid of toys she don't play with. I got a few toys here that I got to get rid of when I go take it to the donation again. What I do is I'm going to take it apart right here before I load it, because I'm not trying to move it like this. It's too heavy for me. Let me get it taken apart and then go from there. Man, these bolts are long. I already got that side out, so I just got to do this side. But I really, excuse me, I didn't have really anything to talk about today, like a vlog per se, like, I got a good idea to talk about today. So, hear that? Long. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and continue my book. Continue on my book while I do this and take you along today and just tell you my story. But today's question in the book is, what type of activities did I like to do as a kid? So growing up, what did I like to do outside? I think it was, what activities did you do outside? And I'm not going to bore you with the details. All right, got that. Those are done. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but like any other boy, we'd go outside, play football, baseball, basketball. We'd just play catch, whether it was with the football, with the baseball. We'd get together with the neighborhood kids and, run up and down the street just like a normal kid. Oh, and my bikes. I love being on my bike. So my house was surrounded with fields and jumps, canals and ditches, and so I loved being on my bike, and I just loved it. That's one of my favorite things to do, is be on my bike. I got that popped out. Now I hope this don't fall on me, but here, pick it straight up. Oh. All right, there's that piece. So my bike, I love being on my bike. We would go everywhere on that thing. I started out, I always had BMXs when I was young. The BMX bikes were my favorites. And of course, honestly, I don't think we had mountain bikes back then. I think they were barely starting to come out. We had like BMXs and 10 speeds. I think that was about it. And then kids' bikes, what have you. This isn't tracking me. There we go. Yeah, this little face tracker I got off of TikTok or Temu, one of those. I think it was TikTok. Awesome little find. What was that? I think that's why till this day I have bikes. I still have a lot of bikes because I just love them. I love having bikes. I love riding bikes too. It's just fun. All right. Got that flipped over. Let me get this side. Be easy. Pretty easy. We play hide and seek. Besides riding our bikes, playing catch and all that, we would play hide and seek. And we especially like to play it at night. We really like playing at night because it made it funner. But we would go up and down the neighborhood or up and down the block there and just play hide and seek. That was fun. Play tag. Played a lot with our childhood friends. We had a really active neighborhood. We had a good amount of kids that would get together and play. What else did we used to do? What else did I do as a kid? Take this off. It's probably gonna drop, but oh. Oops. Let me get this out of here and continue the story. All right. That pretty much wraps it up. This is what was falling. And they go to this. Anyways, You know, another activity that I remember doing is when we were kids. Actually, was one of my favorite things to do. And the reason why it was my favorite thing to do is because it was me and my brother. We probably shouldn't have been doing this, but we had a blast doing it. So where we lived was a main road. We lived right off of a main road. So if we looked over our back wall, that was the main road. So we had quite a bit of traffic there. And he had a water balloon launcher. So we used to get the water balloon launcher and pull grapefruits off of my mom's tree. And we used to launch grapefruits into the traffic. Shouldn't have been doing it, but we did it. We did it, and it was a blast. He would hold it, and I would launch it. And of course, sometimes mine would go forward, it wouldn't. And I would hold it, he would launch it, and we would do that for a while. We would sit there and do it for a while until we heard a thump. And if we hit a car, we knew we hit a car. And we heard like screeching tires or something. You could hear them like swerve, like oh shoot, let's go. So we'd haul butt to the front yard, get on our bikes, and bail out. We would be gone. That was fun. That was a good time. Those were the good times. And as we got older, or as I got older and started doing it, of course, I started getting a little stronger. And as I was getting stronger, sorry guys, making too much noise. As I was getting stronger, I was launching them suckers. I gotta get a bag for these, but I'll leave them right there for now. But we used to launch them grapefruits up so freaking high. And when they would land, they would just splat. But if they hit a car, you could hear it hit that car, especially if we hit the roof. Just like boom. I better get some of these chores done before I get too busy inside. I still got to water the yard for today. But that's pretty much it, for some of the activities. One of the things we used to do is play tetherball. We play tetherball. What that is just a pole with a rope attached to a ball, and you just hit it one way, and your opponent's got to keep it from winding up around the pole and stopping. What else? Tetherball. That's about it. We just always outside. I was always outside playing around with my friends. That's too close. Riding my bike. Playing football, baseball. That's it. That's about it. But I'm gonna get these house chores done, and then I had to get ready for dinner. So I'm gonna close this one out. This one's for the kiddos. So I'll see you on the next one.